for someone who has lived both in Lagos State and Rivers State, which is Port Harcourt here, wetin you go fit talk about these two states? What are the similarities of these two states?
Yes, Port Harcourt is a very good city, and also Lagos is a mega city, which is all things.
I be PH boy. I be PH boy. Make you ask you go talk here because you get as you go talk, I go change up for you.
No, never reach like that, bro. Never reach like that. It's just I was saying, Port Harcourt is a very good city, very lovely state. Then, as I said, that Lagos is a mega city, which is everything. Whereby things I can't find here, when you go to Lagos, you definitely find it there.
For somebody like you now, where we say your job, they always carry you waka. How you go see am if we get a borderless Africa, an African man can travel to any African country without anything like visa requirement and all that. How you go see am?
If it don't happen like that is all of us dey for la vida be that now. Things don better now, no be so.
Hello my people, how una dey now? I just dey pass along Okuru Road. I see some group of guys where they do a rare kind of job. So I say I meet them, I know wetin they do. Make them explain to me wetin they call am. So what did they call this job when I do now?
It's aluminium clouding.
For person who don't understand that grammar wey you speak, abeg break am down for am abeg.
Clouding na aluminium board. This is a board. Okay. So it's also called aluminium of the thing. So they all work together.
So what be the function of this thing for building?
Now for a person whereby say he build house, maybe no one use paint. You don't want use paint on it. So you can use this and you can also, like people that is building hotel, they can use it on hotel or event center. Okay,
that means it's more like a decoration to the building.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about yourself now. Before you start this job, now tell us a little bit about yourself. You know, so I'm not asking your name. My friends already know my name as Marvel of the East. So what will be your name so that they feel know?
My name is Uche, but they normally know me as Alhaji Ushaya. Alhaji.
You say Uche?
Yes.
That means if you be Uche, that means you're from the eastern part of Nigeria.
Yeah.
But then you're there very fluently with Yoruba. How come about that one?
I've not been that long with Yoruba or Petin, but because I was born and brought up here in Port Harcourt.
Okay.
Yes, in Agre, which is a marine base. So that is where I was born and grew up. So that is where I school.
Okay.
So I just find myself. Before then, I was working in a Rivers State Secretariat before I relocated to Lagos, whereby I was there in Lagos. I have a mini job that I was doing. Okay. Then also have a business I run, which is I sell pan slippers and shoes, which is also clothes. Okay. So I'm still doing it even as I'm doing this aluminium. Okay. So even as I'm here, somebody is in my shop there in Lagos there. Okay. So I'm still doing the boat work. So that is why I was doing it. Then I now find out that learning work is something that is very important. Okay. Because business is a thing that they might be doing today, maybe it will crash or tomorrow. Yeah. But handwork is something that when it's inside you, is inside you.
It's a skill.
Yeah. Even when you're old, you can still be useful to it.
Yes.
So that's why I say, let me find a thing that I'll do. So I find myself doing the entry into aluminium work, which is I am now. Okay.
So for someone like you that already has a running business that is even doing well, and you still see need to even go back to learning a skill. So what will be your message or words? So if you tell a lot of young people out there will be saying they even reason to either learn skill or even go into business properly. So,
yes, we boys of nowadays, we don't like doing a job that we say that will pay us tomorrow. We want is something that will pay us as we are just speaking. So that is what we are just in now. So that is why you see some people always fall into temptation. So I only advise those that feel that they just want to get a thing that we eat today and forget about tomorrow. It's not a good advice. You should find yourself something very good and associate yourself on it. You see that tomorrow will be better for you. Okay. So that is the only thing I can only say to every young youth.
Okay. So for somebody like you now who have had a long experience in building, in business, both from the business side and from the skill side, again, any special keyword where if you give out there, where we say now the secret to business, where we say people feel use apply, then they're successful for their own business too.
And the keyword, you know, this life is life is a secret.
Yes.
It's only when you unveil yourself to people, that is only when people will know you.
Yes.
You understand? Yes. That is why when you show up people who you are, people will always see you for what you're doing. You understand? Yes. It's when you find yourself. Because some people will just there and be thinking, what will I be doing? What will I be doing? All those things. Yeah. So when you look for something, just look onto yourself and say, what will I do? Yeah. What will I do that will make me earn? Not just today, but tomorrow, which is very important. Yeah.
So I see a lot of young guys around you. So are they part of your team, or they are your co-workers or something like that?
Yeah, they're my co-workers.
Okay.
They are my co-workers. We are together. Okay. They can see what we are doing. So we are all working together. So
how long will it take you guys now to wrap up this whole building?
To wrap it, this is it's an artwork. Okay. Whereby it's a process work from calculation, because you do calculate. Because when you miss calculation, you won't get this thing. This is called 3D. Okay. So it's a calculation work, and which a work that it take a long process. Because especially it's from ground, from marking, because we do with tape. Yes. After marking, all those things before you take, because if you're not that well calculative, there will be a mistake. And when you make a mistake in the board, you have already having a shortage of your calculation of board that you want to use for the work. So it's a calculation work.
So what since you've been into this business for some time now, like how many places in Nigeria this particular job don't carry you go?
Well, just let me just say, for here in Port Harcourt, there was the one that it was my colleague then here. There was the one that did that one in the Lagos bus stop. That is where the woman, because the person that have here is a woman. Okay. That is the person that see the work, so he find it very attractive. Okay. So he just walk up to them and say, this is what she needs in her own building. Okay. So that is why she called one of them, which is my boss. So he took in here for them to take the measurement of the TS. So that was last year. You know, for you doing this, it's something of 1 naira. No. It's something of money. So it take a lot of money. So if I tell you amount of money that I've gone in here, so it's not a work of 1 naira. It's not a painting work. If it's a painting work, it's the work that will take you, let me just say, 2 days, 3 days. People that are doing painting, they have already finished painting. But we have been here for over 2 weeks. And so this week that we are, we're making us 3 weeks here. So you can see it's a long process work. So that's it.
Okay, so the Lagos bus stop you're talking about is the one in Port Harcourt, right?
One in Port Harcourt.
Okay, so since you've done one in Lagos bus stop and then you're doing one in Transamadi today, how would you feel?
It's not just here. There are many in Lagos. Okay, because we base in Lagos.
Okay, you moved from Lagos to this
Yes, okay. We moved from Lagos. They saw the work before they did in that Lagos bus stop. Okay. So after then, they now went back to Lagos, but went to Lagos State. Before we now come back to this one again. Okay. So after finishing this one, we are going back to the Lagos, which is our base.
Okay, tell me you're going back to Lagos State again.
Yes.
So for someone who has lived both in Lagos State and Rivers State, which is Port Harcourt here, what you go feel talk about these two states? What are the similarities of these two states?
Yes, Port Harcourt is a very good city, and also Lagos is a mega city, which is all things.
I be PH boy. I be PH boy. Make you now go talk here, because you get us to go talk, I go change up for you.
No, never reach like that, bro. Never reach like that. It's just I was saying, Port Harcourt is a very good city, very lovely state. Then, as I said earlier, Lagos is a mega city, which is everything. Whereby things I can't find here, when you go to Lagos, you definitely find it there. Okay.
So for somebody like you now, we say your job they always carry you waka. How you go see if we get a borderless Africa, an African man can travel to any African country without anything like visa requirement and all that. How you go see him?
If you don't happen like that, that is all of us there for la vida be that now. Things don't better now. No be so.
Guys, I believe say if we get borderless Africa, everywhere goes to shade.
Yes.
Okay.
So if it don't be like that, even me myself, I would love way by say maybe I dey go this country, they go say no visa. I go just enter, maybe I have my flight money, I just enter plane, I go there.
Yes.
But by now, where Africa have not been like that, before I go there, they will say they must be required for visa. So you have seen it.
And you know, say because of that visa requirement now, that country where we say suppose go spend your own money, now you no go feel go again, no, shebi, you know. And the thing they kill the economy of the continent as a whole, because if they say the visa requirement no dey, we for the travel among ourselves and we for the spend our money and we for the develop ourselves.
Food is very good because when we are in school, they do normally tell us that traveling is a part of education.
Yes.
Which is widely alright. Traveling is a part of education.
Yes.
Because when you travel places,
yes,
you gain more knowledge of all those places that you're going.
Yes.
You understand? So when a thing like that occur, maybe something like, let me just say something like that happen. That is what I'm praying for in future. Because I believe that future is tomorrow.
See, it is no longer future. We are believing and we are calling on our African leaders to make Africa a borderless country, so that we can travel within ourselves, so that we can explore within ourselves, so that we can show one another what we have as a people. Because even with what they are saying, these guys, they went into business, you know, the experience is so good with what they are saying based on business. So, Snowman, just in case someone sees this video and they're like, okay, I like what this guy is doing, I want him to come and do this thing in my building in Addis Ababa.
Shout out to all the whole Nigerians.
So
I would love everybody to acknowledge what we are doing.
See, I say, what if person see this thing, come saying like and the person say, okay, I want me to do this thing for my house for Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, or any other African country. How person fit take reach you or reach your office?
Our office is in Lagos.
Then, but give us your personal number now, just for the sake of this video.
Okay, my personal number, is it necessary for me to drop my?
Yes, because for the sake of this video.
Okay, my number is 080 66 00 8871. Should I say it again?
No, I'm okay with you. I'm okay with that one.
Okay.
So then, what of these waste materials that are coming out from this your job? What thing are they use and do?
You know, this is a aluminium work. You know, say in aluminium, there is no waste product in aluminium.
Okay.
Everything in aluminium is always useful. It's just that something that they always say that things I don't know is things that you don't know.
Big pass.
It's something that big pass you. Yeah. So in Lagos, all these things, there is nothing like a waste here.
Okay.
Everything here is very, very important.
Okay.
Honestly, all these doors that you're seeing here.
So what can this be used now? So that since for Port Harcourt here nobody don't they do, and maybe people know how they fit take the use them, so that it will not be wasting anymore.
You know, this is a grooving work. Okay. We groove this thing. After grooving it, that is when you get this shaft.
I bet explain what be grooving for people who don't understand.
This is a grooving machine.
Okay.
Whereby after the marking, you use this thing to groove it. Okay. That is to cut it, to make it to this.
Okay, to bend it up. Okay.
Without this thing, it can't bend like this.
Okay.
It's not a thing that you use machete to scrub.
Okay.
So this is the machine, and they have a grooving bit, which is inside, which is the thing that normally open it this way. Okay. So it's after when you grooving it, that is when you have this shaft. Okay. So this shaft that is here, if it's in Lagos, is also a product. Okay. Whereby they are using it for many things, which is rubber. They can use it for rubber for aluminium, for glazing. Okay. So they can use it for rubber for many things. All right. So anything pertaining rubber, they can use it just even as the same as this board as this. You can still use it. Okay, then if someone is looking at setting up this kind of business in Port Harcourt here, what are the basic things the person needs to set it up, please? The things that you need to set up is for you to have your shop. When you have your shop and also have the materials, which is all the machines. Because when you have all the machines, then because you cannot work without your tools. And when you have that tools, when job come, you go with that tools anywhere that you're going. Okay. That is what it requires. All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me your moment. If you've watched this video to this point, please do well to subscribe to this channel, okay? Like, comment, and share. I like you, Thank you. Bye.